Good morning. I have been in a bunch of organizations who initially were uncomfortable with using the word problem. I expect this is caused by feelings lingering from some previous negative experience with a problem of some kind. Most likely somebody received some kind of punishment for having a problem. This would be particularly acute if that person wasn't fully in control of the area that had the problem. It's very frustrating. I suspect that some of this is also caused by our egos, which tell us we shouldn't let anybody else see we're having problems, lest they think badly of us. I think this must be where the expression "don't air your dirty laundry" comes from. In lots of places, people would rather say we have some opportunities, or we have some challenges. Those seem to be nicer words than problem. But to me, they mean something different. Now, problem is anything that happens that you didn't expect. Some are good, like, hey, we get free HBO this weekend. And some are bad. Wi-Fi is down. The key is that there's some expectation, but the actual condition is different from that expectation, and therefore that's a problem. An opportunity is something you can choose to take advantage of or not. We have the opportunity to sell 400 units to the government. Well, you don't have to. You can choose not to. If you change the phrase to opportunity for improvement, it's still optional. Now, if there's a problem, again, something that's not meeting our expectations, good or bad, we have to take some action. If it's the positive side, say free HBO, it could be an opportunity. We can choose to figure out what we want, if we want that free HBO to be the new expectation. But on the bad side, the Wi-Fi is down. We got to fix that. We need that. Now, you can make all the semantic arguments you want about these kinds of examples. What I want to get to is that we need to call problems problems so we can apply an effective problem-solving method to solve them and fix them. But I also want to teach leaders how to challenge people. And there's a difference. If a leader challenges someone to do something different than they're doing now, that is, if the leader creates the problem by changing the expectation, that can drive some positive behavior. But if people perceive that challenge as impossible, they're going to be unwilling to accept the challenge. So even then, it's optional. A leader can try to force the challenge, but if people are forced into it, they're not going to pursue it with gusto. But consider this. Once a challenge or an opportunity is accepted, once we decide to pursue that opportunity, once we decide to take on that challenge, then we have a new expectation that's set. And then any deviation from that expectation, now we're using problems, and we can use problem language for that. The difference is choice. For a problem, you don't have a choice of whether or not to solve it. You have to find out what happened. For a challenge or opportunity, you get the option to go for it. Once you choose, then you can use problem language because we're going to go for it. Another thing to consider is how do you get out of it? It's often pretty difficult to get out of the challenge or opportunity once you accept it. For example, when Alex Honnold accepted the challenge to free solo El Capitan, he treated it like a problem to solve. So he planned, and he investigated, and he experimented, and he tested everything there was about getting up that wall. But until he started up that wall, he still had a choice. Halfway up, he didn't have the option to quit. So what kind of challenge are you going to get fired up about today? Don't forget to vote tomorrow. I'm David Veach. This is Elevate Your Performance. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.